Hey legends, what's happening? Welcome along to another little video, and more or less just checking on you guys and just letting you know I'm still living. I'm pretty sure I started a video not that long ago with that exact same statement, which means I'm slipping up in a major way on this vlogging channel. So I do apologise to you 3 or 4 people that enjoy watching these videos once they come out. And yes, I've just been living life this last while and just getting the old noggin back into some sort of shape, because you know, you tend to, well, I tend to, I don't know if any of you guys are like this here, you set yourself up these ridiculous deadlines and stuff that you want to do, and then you put so much on your plate that you actually get nothing done. And I have been guilty of that for so long now. I've got so many little projects on the back burner, something happening over here while I'm supposed to be concentrating on something here, but also there's something over here that I want to get my head around as well. So, you know, I tend to do that quite a bit. I don't know why. I've always been like that. The whole time I've been making videos and content online, I've just been jumping from one thing to the other, and then I'm making myself, you know, I'm driving myself crazy because I'm not getting the traction that I would like on a channel like this here, because there's reviews over here that somebody else is interested in, and there's the whole podcasting thing and the whole indie film thing and the whole client work thing. So I've covered that in recent videos as well. The whole client work thing, I've just made a conscious effort in the last couple of weeks to step back from it, and I'm starting to see the fruits of that already. I am sleeping better, I am less stressed. You know, it's just one of these things that again has been sitting there driving me insane, because that's the one thing that I started out interested in, was to do wedding and events. That's what I started out to do. And of course you get interested in making videos and whatnot, and you don't know if you can do it. In my case, I never went to university to learn it, so did I want to actually get hired for a video job, then discover when I get there I can neither film or edit. So, you know, you jump into this sort of thing and create videos just for the sake of getting something on the computer to edit with and test out. And in the process of doing that, I have found the one thing that really sets me on fire is getting up and doing this sort of thing. So it's crazy. I have found, now that I'm in my 40s, I have found, not just my own life but in other people's lives as well, that the passion that you actually find down the line isn't what you start, like most of the time isn't what you start out to do. And I'm seeing that so much, and the people that I've known, people that have been watching, that are coming up through the educational system at the minute. I tend to keep an eye on the people, not just in my own circle, but people that are around me, and that are similarly interested in stuff that I'm doing. I'm watching them coming up, and they are interested in getting into something, but as they move on down the line, they will drift away from it slightly. Like, in all honesty, the vast majority of people that I know that I went to school with, not just in my own years in school, but classes above and below me, that have gone to university and that sort of thing, I would say the vast majority of them, you know, I'm not going to dig numbers out of my head here, because it's not even double figures, it's triple figures at this point. Because as I say, I do tend to keep an eye on people that are similarly interested, because you're always looking out for the people that could potentially jump on board to help you out, and you could help them out, you know, that sort of thing, collaborations and whatnot. So you tend to keep your eye on people, but you know, I would say easily 90% of the people that started out, went to university to do something, aren't doing that. They're doing something completely different now. Most of them are passionate enough at the stuff that they've found. But you know, I don't think people are ever 100% happy in what they end up doing. It's a very, very rare thing. And for me, as much as I wanted to get into the whole client work thing, I have definitely started to realise in the last couple of years that it's not for me. It's not the sort of thing that I'm interested in. Like, podcasting in particular at the moment is setting me on fire so much. Like, I'm dying to get in front of a mic now to record something. And that's something that I found difficult at the start, believe it or not. I'm sitting here talking to the camera now, recording a YouTube video, and I could sit and do this for days on end, and comfortable enough with it. Like, I'm so comfortable on camera, it's ridiculous at this point. But to sit down in front of a mic and just record audio without the video, I found that insanely difficult at the very beginning. So if you want to check out just how awkward I can be on audio, you should check out the science fiction podcast Sceam Me Up Botty, the very first episode of that one. There was a huge gap between I kind of had been podcasting through one of the podcast shows, which is essentially the audio that's stripped out of a vlog or a review, and it's uploaded as an audio file, but it's coming from a video source. So they were okay. But the first episode of Sceam Me Up Botty, I'm pretty sure, if memory serves, I was insanely nervous doing that. You can literally hear it in my voice, like tripping over words, trying to close up any silent spaces between my words and that there, because you're so much more, for some reason when it comes to audio, I'm so much more aware of the gaps that are in there that need to be closed up. And you know, you can do all that in post, of course, but again, having so many things in the not just in the back burner, but all four burners of my creative journey at the moment. An intense editing session for audio isn't something I've really got time for, so I'm getting better at it. I think that you could listen to some of those podcasts and think that I suck, and there's more than enough people out there that are more than willing to tell me that I do indeed suck at the vast majority of stuff that I do. So it is what it is. I'm enjoying it. As I say, right now I'm getting so much more comfortable in front of a microphone, just recording audio, and I'm really jumping out of my bed in the mornings now to do it. And I have, over this weekend, caught up on a few things as far as the audio side of things goes, and jumped up the butt crack of dawn this morning, got in there, started recording a few things on there, and started uploading to some existing sources and some new sources. But that's good, and then you get that little gap in the evening or the afternoon, around about 12 o'clock, 1 p.m. today. I rolled into my bed and had a couple of hours kept, just a nice little nap, just to break up the day. It was class. I'm enjoying it so much. So just taking a step back and just going after the stuff that I really enjoy doing has been honestly one of the best things that I've done for my own mental health more than anything else. It's you need to be happy and content at what you're doing, and the older I get, the more I'm starting to realise that. So taking a step back from the client work thing is something that I really genuinely, now that I've done it, feel that I should have done years ago. And you know, I will record the odd bit of client work for friends that need it. If they are in a bind, they need someone to help them out with something, I'll gladly jump on and do it. You see, jumping out there, advertising, trying to sell myself in that way, it's just, again, doesn't set me on fire. But I'm definitely going down a road now where I feel genuinely happy for a change. So it's all good. So try it. if there's something that you think, and it'll be a deep gut instinct, something deep inside you is telling you should do this, and it's probably, in most cases, my case anyway, financially, probably a bad decision. As I did say in one of the other videos, I could easily jump onto the client work thing and make decent money at it, but yeah, I'm kind of in two minds about how accurate that even is these days, because it's getting so saturated, the whole video work scene right now. Everybody that's coming out of university that have done media courses and are trying to get into any film, seeing how difficult that is, are defaulting into client work, like weddings and events and whatnot, and then because there's so many people that do it now, the price that you can actually charge is starting to drop and drop and drop to the year. So the amount of work that you're doing and the amount of money you'll have to spend to keep your gear updated, your software updated, you know, it's just, eventually it's gonna, I can see the backside dropping right out of the market. I can see most of the guys that are doing it now keeping it going, because just the running costs are not going to be covered by what they can charge, because there's just so many people in the region where I live at that are actually doing it now. That's a digression completely. Just, I've made a decision and I'm seeing the fruits of that now. Better sleep, better mental space, and just getting up in the morning, doing something that I enjoy, and not running a guilt trip on myself if I'm not getting something done. Now this video here would have liked to have gotten it out on Friday, because that would have been a full week from the last one, but it's now been 9 days since the last upload, and I do not feel guilty in the slightest about missing deadlines anymore, because it is what it is. You know, I would like to be able to help people through the content that I create, and if I'm not looking after myself and keeping my own head right, how can I give somebody a bit of advice on the other side of the camera, and how they can keep their noggin right? It just makes sense. So that's going to do it, guys. Love you to pieces, and I'll talk to you in the next video.